Hello. Going live again today on another client lawn here. This is one that I've done for quite a few years now. If you've watched any of my YouTube videos, you'll recognize this lawn as the one with the dappled willow that I'm always trimming each year, twice a year. Recently just did it at the beginning of summer, and it is crazy how much it's grown already. In fact, the client came out last week and kind of pointed at the tree, kind of saying, "Hey, it's time to do it again." That's one I will have to put on the list to get done. Here I'm just today doing a mow here for it, and also going to be putting some fertilizer down. Just going to get my stuff together here, and then we'll get into it. So actually, just got to remove the headphones at the moment, so the audio might be lost for a little bit. Got to put my hat on and stuff. So just bear with me while I get my safety gear down. If I can set the phone down for a second. And that should be good now with the audio and the microphone. Let me know in the comments if you can hear the audio. 300 Hiker says, "What's up, Julio? What's up? How's it going? Thanks for checking out the stream. I'm at one of my regular clients' lawns. This is the one you might recognize from YouTube videos that I do, the dappled willow trimming all the time. The one where I had that video where one year it had a bunch of bald-faced hornets that attacked me kind of mid-video. I was trying to do a video on showing how to trim, and got attacked midway through the video. It's kind of a funny video if you want to check that out on my YouTube channel. That was a couple years ago during the pandemic, I think that happened. Anyways, I'm here today at my client's lawn, and I'm going to just do a mowing. This one, unfortunately, is not one I can use battery with. Well, I could. It would just take a while, a little bit longer. I usually use the turf tracer on this one. Let me see. I'll get out there and do the trimming first, and then I'll decide if I want to use the Crest 21-inch mower. Like say, I wouldn't normally use it on here. I would use the 36-inch turf tracer because I can get it back here. But we'll see. With the gas mower, of course, it's too noisy, so I can't really talk to you guys while I'm doing the mowing if I'm using the turf tracer. But obviously, it's a lot quicker for me to do. 300 Hiker getting ready to mow after working all day. Wow, you're getting after it. That's awesome. Yeah, that's dedication to be able to get out there, do a day job, and then go and do your mowing. So I'm just going to turn the camera around and then go to the back, and let me set the camera in my little kind of chest mount holster. Let's see what kind of footage we can capture. Let me know if you guys can hear me. All right. You can see the leaves are starting to fall around here, which is good and bad, I guess. Kind of a pain, a little bit, just because it means a lot of hard work in the months ahead with leaf cleanups. I'll lock up there. Let me check the battery on the trimmer. See where we're at. 3 bars. We are good for this one. And this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 7th house today, and still on the same battery. I've got 3 bars left, so pretty awesome, this Crest battery stuff. And it's just a the Nano Pack, 240 watt hour. So pretty impressive that it's on the 7th house and still 3 bars left. All the lawns, of course, that I do are smaller, so it's not like crazy amounts of trimming. Talking about maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes each house. Now this section here, I normally go and just trim the whole thing because I'm normally using the turf tracer, like I said, and it's a little bit big, even being only a 36 inch to get into this area. Let me know if you guys have any questions or anything equipment related or business related or whatever. This side. Lawns are just starting to take off now. The weather has, although still kind of muggy at times, has really kind of changed. A lot cooler in the evenings. We've had some good heavy rains as well already. A little bit earlier than we normally would here. Usually it'd be about mid-September when the rain would return, kind of regular rain, but even through August we were having at least one really good day of rain. I don't know if 300 Hiker is still watching. If you are, whereabouts are you? You're getting ready to go out there and do some mows this evening. You in the US, in Canada, what state or province, what city? Quick little. So there's that dappled willow that I'm always trimming. I just recently did it, and it is already pretty crazy. Like I did it sometime in the summer. It's probably July when I did that, and it already needs to be trimmed again. Pretty crazy how fast that tree grows. Yeah, this one's greened up quite a bit. Not sure if the customer will come out to talk to me on this one. Very sweet old lady. Um, we'll see. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. You might have to mute the mic if she does put out, just in case. When I started mowing this lawn years ago, this section of lawn that I'm trimming right now actually used to be a koi pond that stuck out right in there. And you can see the lawn has never grown properly since. They took it out and filled it in. But it had koi in there that I believe at the time they were telling me that into the house. Probably going to 7 years. But they, at the time, she had told me that they had bought the house like 20 years earlier, and the koi that were in that pond came with the house when they bought it. Yeah, it's kind of actually sad to see that they pulled it out, but there's a lot of maintenance for her. But they were so cool. They were massive koi, looked like salmon in there. But they took them and they donated them to a local, it's like a local hospital or something, I think she was saying, that has a koi pond where the patients can go and get some relaxation or peace or whatever, kind of sit around the koi pond. So they donated their, at that point, would have been over 25-year-old koi. There's a dog looking on the other side of the fence. Myself a bit of a berth here. And this is another job I need to do, is to pull this tree out. You can see it's partly dead. So she's asked me to remove it. It's another thing on the list to get done. See, half the tree has leaves and stuff, but the other half is all kind of rickety. And it's all splitting down. The trunk is separating. How's the audio, guys? Can you guys hear that Bluetooth microphone on the ISO tubes? Just move the microphone a little bit closer to my mouth. Would probably help as well. Put this back. And I think for the interest of time, I'm gonna have to go with the turf tracer. just because it's what I normally use on this lawn, and I do have to fertilize stuff too, and still got a bunch of other lawns to do today, so I'll stick to the turf tracer. It will be noisier though, unfortunately. I won't be able to kind of chat while I'm mowing, but get the mowing done quicker. The old turf tracer here. This unit's like a 2009, I believe. Pretty old unit. Probably has, I don't know, it doesn't have an hour meter on it, and I bought it used in, I think it was 2017 when I bought it. And the bagger kit, this bagger kit that I bought for it, fits like a charm, and it's from a Encore mower of the same style, walk behinds. I got this bagger kit on eBay, to believe it or not, for I think it was like $90 when I bought it. It came from Florida, from somebody out there in Florida. And one thing I'm going to do just quickly, just kind of quickly blow these leaves that are on the driveway onto the lawn. I can hopefully pick them up with the bagger. This is what I mean about right now, kind of the pain in the butt that is leaves. You're not doing like full leaf cleanups. You're not really enough on there to charge people, but still having to do a little bit of extra work. Doing a brief little blow. And you can see it's kind of windy and breezy too, so there's I don't worry too much about it. Like you can see the neighbor's flag up there blowing. That you just do your best. Alright, so it's going to be a little bit noisy. Talk to you guys when I get done. Gotta be careful around those trees and those tree roots. Bin so I can put the grass clippings in, and then I gotta move these bins out of the way so I can get the turf tracer through. No questions from anybody in the chat? Let me know if you have any questions. Appreciate you guys joining in. So luckily, all of my residentials, I don't have to take any grass clippings away. See the mower just fits through. The bagger bracket on the side there, like a glove. Normally I'd have the throttle up a bit higher, but just for the interest of keeping the volume, not blowing out your ears, a little bit lower when we're getting ready to mow. Right, I think I might even take the bin back there with me, just in case I need to dump the bag. So the lawn's growing actually pretty good. It's come back pretty nicely after the summer. Then I gotta fertilize it once I'm done mowing here. So I think I'm gonna do a walk first. So watch out for the noise. See it around the tree. Ideal areas. Curious if you guys can actually hear me or not when I'm talking over this turf tracer. Let me know in the comments if it's audible or not.
Customer was waving to me through the window. There, I briefly paused there so I could take my hands off the controls and wave back. Comments. Nobody's said anything. You guys can hear me or not. A little bit of a slope here. This side. On. Probably difficult to see on camera. A little bit tricky because of the different areas. You got that little side area there, and then you got this middle garden. So I usually just kind of tackle it in sections. Not worrying about striping and anything like that, as long as it's clean and tidy. Also keeping my eye on the bag there. You can see that it's inflated looking, so I know there's good airflow happening. Once that bag becomes full, clogged up, then it'll deflate, and then I know to stop to empty it out. Oh man, just hit my knuckles on this Scotch pine. Scotch pine. At any rate, it hurt. My fingers, those needles are sharp, like thorns, feeling. Starting to get a little bit of deflation in that bag. See it there. And it's dropped. So that tells me the bag is full now, that it's dropped as full as it's going to get. Oh. I'll check my finger. Oh yeah, I'm bleeding a little tiny bit from that tree. Those needles are sharp. I don't know, anybody know what type of tree that is?
like a monkey tree or something. Very, very sharp and stiff. I kind of deflated, and once I get the blades going again, now that it's empty, it's going to pop up. So I've always got my eye on that when I'm mowing. Whoops, I'll fuck that. Almost done. Mowing. See a little spot here. So that's some things that dropped. Goes up. And just a little triangle over here. See there. Well done. Man, my finger still hurts from that tree. Oh, it stings. Oh, I just noticed something on the mower. It's like the belt starting to come undone. You guys can see that in there. Right in there. Let's see if I can zoom that in. Right in there. See it kind of separating. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. I do have a spare belt in the truck, but it's an old one. It's the one that I replaced with this current one. It's got some cracking on it, but no separating. I kept it as a backup, so I have to order another belt. Yeah, I'll have to order myself another belt to replace. He said I did keep the previous one. have that in the truck if I need it. I've got one more lawn to do with this machine today. So I will probably just continue with the same belt because it looks like it's in worse condition than the spare one I have, and let that one kind of wear out fully before replacing it. Grab that bin. Roll this out of the way at the moment. Normally I just leave it right there, but I gotta do the fertilizer too. So I will just pop that out of the way for now. Oh. There's just some spots there too I want to touch up with the trimmer right along that hedge there. If you can see along the bottom, it's kind of rough looking. So I'll hit that with the trimmer as well before I blow. So I'm using a spiker spreader. This is the Ergo 50 model. Heavy duty unit. Heavy. Need to replace the little agitator thing. Putting down 1818. The bucket is for putting extra that doesn't go down. I just kind of fill the bag or fill the hopper up, and let it spread that way based on my walking pace. And then I just dump whatever's left over after I've covered the entire lawn back into that bucket. So it's easier than trying to put it back in the bag or whatever. Cautious not to allow any of it to spill, especially since the lawn is nice and green. Don't want to have any like burn marks. Sounds like they're gonna oil or grease on the wheels. I believe this unit has like a 8 to 10 foot spread on it. So really good coverage. One of the reasons I like this spreader, do a couple of passes and you get good even coverage. That all covered. There we go. So you see I just overfilled the hopper. So I don't have to worry about running back to the car. And then I just throw whatever's left into that Home Depot bucket for the next one, because it's easier than trying to get it back in the bag. Each of these, you can see 25 kilogram bags covers about 16,000 square feet. So I can get quite a few houses done on a bag. All these houses are probably in the 8,000 square foot for their property size. That includes the house and driveways and sidewalks and patios and all that. So there's really only about 2,000 square feet of lawn. So you're getting quite a few houses out of a bag of fertilizer. Just gonna blow. Make sure there's no fertilizer left. Oh, and I want to touch up that trimming over there. Just down by the end of the hedge. Start pulling these back. Recycling and then the green. The fertilizer. Come back at some point and do that tree again. Hit that hit that trimming again. No other questions at the moment. This down here is kind of rough looking. Let's touch it up a bit with the wheel from the mower. And then slid that back up. What was going on there? Let's see how that looks. Yeah, much better. All right. All right. That wraps up that one. I think I have like 3 or 4 left for today. You see, I don't know if you can hear the wind. See the trees kind of blowing. But yeah, it's kind of that awkward period right now where leaves are just starting to fall, but you don't want to spend a whole crazy ton of time on leaves, because the minute you leave, no pun intended, it's going to be covered in leaves again. Just one of those things. You can see the signs of it all the way around the neighborhood there with the leaves and the wind. Man, I need to open the window. It is cooking in here. But I don't want to turn the power on because the Bluetooth is going to get all messed up. So anyways, that is essentially the live stream for today. No questions from anybody coming through. So I think I'm going to wrap it up and move on to the next one. If you guys are interested, just hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, because that'll let you know right away when I am going live. Again, these are always going to be impromptu. It's not something I can schedule or say I'm going to do, because I don't know when I get to a particular property if it's going to work out, or who's around or whatever the case may be. So it's one of those things where just kind of try to showcase one lawn per day that I'm doing out here. And if you can watch, great. If you can't, then I guess you can watch the replay after it's on my YouTube channel there. So yeah, just the whole point of these live streams is not really to, where some of my other content, obviously I do a lot of like brand partnerships and things like that, and I work with brands and stuff. And the podcast, I'm trying to help with topics on starting a lawn care business and all that sort of stuff, kind of sharing my experience. The lives are just kind of more hanging out, showing you like real world what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, using the tools that I'm using. You're free to ask me about the tools and stuff like that, and I'll share periodically, like I did at the beginning of this one, just kind of the battery life and how many lawns I've done today on that particular battery. But that the whole focus is not on the equipment. It's more just kind of hanging out, showing you guys how I do certain things, and hopefully having people participate and start to ask some questions on things that I can answer and get in on that. So yeah, that's about it for this one today, guys. Thanks for taking the time out to join me on this particular live stream. Appreciate you guys taking the time out to hang out with me for a little bit on this particular lawn. And again, just make sure you hit that notification bell once you subscribe so that you're notified when I do these lives if you find them interesting. So that's it for this one, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks again for joining me.